Hey, welcome back. This is Greg Kuliwick. I'm an educational advocate for Mote, and I'm happy that you're joining me for this video walkthrough where we're going to explore how to use Mote to create narrated stop motion animation with Google Slides. So I love creating stop motion animation using Legos or Play-Doh or any kind of analog materials, but we can essentially create the same experience using a tool that's readily accessible to students, Google Slides. And then with the Mote Chrome extension, what we're able to do is add narration directly into our stop motion film. So when it's published, not only do we see the animation happening, but we get to hear the animator kind of bringing the piece to life. So let's walk through the process here of first creating stop motion with Google Slides, and then I'll show you how to add Mote audio and have that all play back seamlessly. So what you can see here is I started with a set of Google Slides, and on slide 1, I simply dropped in a little stick figure character, and then I have the Mote icon over here. So what I did with slide 1 was duplicate it. You can do that doing Command D, or you can copy and paste Command C, Command V, or you can just do right-click copy, right-click paste. What I did on the next slide, as you can see, all I did was tap on my little stick figure character and arrow him over to the right, and then I used the Mote icon, arrowed it to the left. And as I'm going down through the slides now, I'll just click through the slides. You can see that we have this little frame by frame animation taking place. So I'm going to scroll, and there he jumps up. I'll scroll all the way to the bottom. There's Mote Rocks. It ends with that. So now what I'll do to kind of continue the animation, I'm going to the last slide. You can see right over my shoulder, and I'm going to duplicate that slide and then just pull the letters back one by one, the same way I had the letters come in one by one. So let's speed this process up, and then I'll see you when we're done, when we're ready to publish and add the audio. All right, so now that we're done with the animation, as I scroll through the slides on the left-hand side, you can see just by duplicating each slide and then moving my character slightly, I've brought this little Google Slides animation to life. So what I need to do now first is publish the slides, and then when they're published, play them back to get the total timing of the animation so that I can figure out my voiceovers. So the way that we're going to do that is go to File, and scroll all the way down to Publish to the Web. Now we can see here we have a little option, and we want to make sure we check off Start Slideshow as soon as the player loads, because you want the animation to kick in and you don't want someone to have to click through it to make it happen. I'm going to copy this link right now. That's my published link. Go over to my browser and paste that in. Now you can see in the browser with the URL all the way on the top right, it says delay milliseconds 3000. So that's the delay in between each transition of the slide. Now that's way too long. So I'm going to just modify the URL and change that 3000 to say 200. And then I'll hit return and the animation will go right into effect. So because of the way I set it up, start animation automatically, I changed the delay to 200. Now we can kind of watch this whole thing play out. So our little guy's going to jump back up a bit and then run off the screen really quickly. So what I'm going to do is play that back because I want to check the timing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, so when I was checking the time in there, it seems like the character jumped up. The character said Mote Rocks at about the 5-second mark and then started running away at about the 11-second mark. So what I'll do now that I have that timing in my head of what I need to say, I'll go back to slide 1, and I'm using the Mote Google Chrome extension and Mote in Slides, and I'm going to record my voice bringing this character to life. So he'll say like, oh, what's that? And then he'll hold it and say, Mote Rocks. And then I'll have him look at it for a minute and then run away going, I'm taking this with me. And he'll run off the screen. So let's create the audio. So we'll tap on Mote and record. What's that thing? Oh, here it is. Oh, Mote Rocks. I'm taking this thing with me. I'm out of here. And there's my audio. So we'll let that audio save. It'll drop onto slide 1 once it's ready, and we'll just tap insert. Let Mote work its magic, and we'll get that little purple audio icon onto the slide. And there it is. Now we just need to make a few more adjustments to make this whole setup work. Now that my audio is inserted, notice on the right-hand side, we don't want the viewer to have to click on anything. We want the audio to kick in automatically. So we'll check Start Playing Automatically. And then we do not want the audio to stop when we advance to slide 2. We want it to play in the background. So we'll uncheck Stop on Slide Change. So now we're ready to go. We have our audio, we have our animation, everything's published. So now let's test the whole thing out. I'll go File, Publish to the Web. Make sure we check Start Slideshow as soon as the player loads. Copy that link. And let's paste that link into our browser. And then remember, the delay, I don't want it to be 3,000 milliseconds. That's way too long. I want that to be 200. Let's hit return and check out this final product. What's that thing? Oh, here it is. Oh, Mote rocks. I'm taking this thing with me. I'm out of here. So there we go. Using Google Slides and using Mote, we're able to create stop motion animation with Mote audio. So I hope this makes sense, this whole walkthrough and process. Hopefully you can kind of empower your students to be creative, tell all sorts of stop motion animation stories using Mote and Google Slides. So thanks for checking out the video, and I'll see you in the next creative walkthrough.